My name is Bobby. I'm from Verona, New Jersey, and I make music in the band Sweaterville. Primarily, I'm a drummer first, but over time, I slowly picked up the guitar and by nature the bass, but really first and foremost, I'm a drummer. So I first got into music at a very young age. So it's important to note that my grandfather was a professional drummer for many years, playing jazz clubs and whatnot. And he eventually passed that down to my older brother. And then he started playing the drums. And, with him having a drum kit here at my house, eventually I'd go downstairs and I'd play it and whatnot. Nothing too serious, but that was kind of my first introduction to playing an instrument. But besides that, my family was always very into music. So Sweaterville actually formed really more as a joke a number of years ago. And my other band, Cable TV Committee, that just consists of, like I said, all my friends from high school who just happened to play instruments. So I talked to Dylan. I let him know, you want to be in Sweaterville? The band that forms whenever the other band is inactive. And he said, well, sure, why not? So I have a couple different struggles when it comes to making music, and one of them just so happens to be the physical constraints of the room I'm in whenever I'm making music. It's pretty small, but it's just big enough to fit an amp in it, my guitars, and my desk with my computer and all my audio gear. But it definitely is hard to kind of get around. I'm always banging things together, my guitar is always hitting my desk or my chair or my microphone stand and whatnot. It's a bit of a pain. The other issue is that, say I'm recording drums, a lot of the drum sound can come from the room sound. The issue is I don't really have much of a room sound, and the room sound I do have isn't very good. So I'm always constantly battling with that whenever I'm mixing drums. I've either got to, make up for the room sound with reverb, or I've got to just try to EQ it out and then just roll with it and see what I can do from there. So one of my main goals when making music is, I want people to listen to my music like I listen to the bands that I like, and think to themselves, that's actually not a very bad song, and maybe they'll add it to a playlist or maybe they'll like it. But I'm not striving for absolute perfection. I'm just trying to make a product that, I can be proud of, and hopefully at least a few other people can listen to and be like, you know what, that's actually all right. I derive influence from a lot of different bands. More notably, I think Remo Drive is a real big one. Prince Daddy and the Hyena, Pup, Movements is another big one. Even Origami Angel. It sounds corny, but I look to them to see what I want my music to kind of sound like. And my main goal is to be able to make music that I and other people can listen to and be like, hey, that's actually a pretty good song. The thing I've made music-wise that I'm most proud of is actually just a very simple song, and it's really the first song I ever wrote, and it's called Far Too Long. It essentially started when, everyone was away for college, and I was just trying to write any song, really, just trying to come up with anything to do. But also, I was kind of suffering with this imposter syndrome. I almost felt as the drummer, I wasn't really a real musician. The drums, they're there and they add a lot, but you can't really make a song with just drums. So I was almost kind of struggling with it. I'm I don't really feel like I'm a real musician, and I want to try to fix that. I want to make something that I can be proud of and play drums, guilt-free, if that makes any sense. So I was just kind of working at it. The bare minimum for me was everyone being like, yeah, this song is not terrible. But they genuinely seemed to like it, and I kind of liked it too. And that was really the first time getting their approval. I felt more of a musician after, showing that song to everyone and doing it. The thing I'm most passionate about music-wise is definitely, writing music that I can be proud of and other people might like, but also, playing live music is one of my biggest things. I love being able to, not only go to concerts and see live music, but play it for other people. One of my dreams really is to be able to play songs that I wrote in my bedroom and have people, sing the words back, literally anything like that. That's, probably one of my number one musical aspirations. It doesn't have to be to a big crowd or anything, but just a few people to appreciate the music and for me to share that with other people. So once again, my name is Bobby from the band Sweaterville. Expect to see some new music, maybe an EP or an album in the next couple of months once I get everything situated. But thanks for taking the time to listen, and I'll see you guys later.
I'll see you later.